Hi, my name is Jane, and I run a frame shop downtown Manhattan, and I've been attending Times Square Church exactly 4 years.
I'm Amy Sukanathan, and I'm from Bombay, India. This is my first missions trip, and I'm excited going to my home country.
This trip sounded very exciting, and India was a place that I always wanted to go to. I don't have all the supplies and all the little details, but I'm totally at peace, and I know God's going to do what He's going to do.
We will be going to the red light area, and we will be speaking to the women there, and also to the AIDS clinics. Just pray for me, pray for all of us.
It's 1:30 Saturday, January 20th, and we are finally at the hotel.
After a 14-hour flight and a 1.5-hour drive, we are at last at the hotel, and it's 1:30 in the morning.
But there's no dinner, but it's okay. That'll be fine. And 4 mosquito bites, and I saw 5 cows.
Tomorrow we have breakfast at 7:30, and we leave for the different projects at 9 o'clock after being briefed about what we have to do. And we're just waiting for that. Till then we get to sleep.
It's good all the time to the darkness that His light will shine.
We started the day at 7:30, and pretty much everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. Jared, our coordinator for India, he got in a car accident. Tim, our leader for India, he was lost. 3 of the vans, 3 teams got pulled over for very slight apparent reason. And our team leader, Chris, he began losing his voice, and he's supposed to speak tomorrow. And we went out, and our team went to YWAM, orphanage for children of prostitutes. There were around 12 people there. I just felt God all over, and His presence was just so real that it was just awesome. And most people would think, yeah, the car stopping and all that, it's all negative, but we were all so joyous. Our 3rd day in India, we started off at 6:30, and it was a great day. We broke up into different groups, and we visited the different churches, and we got to minister in a building where there are 6 services in one day with 6 different languages. So every 2 hours it would be a different language, and a couple of us spoke, and it was just so amazing how the right person spoke for the right meeting. Our ride back was very memorable for me. We got to drive in a cab. There were people sleeping in shacks. There were people sleeping in the streets. There were people sleeping on top of tables. And it was families. It was mothers, fathers, children, and there were hundreds of them. And I could sense God's heart breaking, that He loved them so much, and He was saying, who would go for me? Who would go tell these people that they are loved? Where would I find a servant that will let them know that if they call on my name, that I will heal them? And that left me in thought. I'm still processing it.
We went to 2 red light areas, and they were in outer Bombay, that is called New Bombay, the Panvel district. When we went there and our car just stopped, all these kids, they wanted to know who had come to visit them, and they just started to crowd around. A lot of them carrying their baby brothers or sisters, and some of them didn't have any clothes on them, some of them with sores, open sores. But they were just happy, and it was a wonderful time to minister to these kids because they did not know even the name of Jesus.
It was such an honor for me to witness to them, and because I knew God loved these kids so much, and I felt as if those were the kids that I came to India for.
We went to the second red light area, which is in Turbay, and there we had to pass through very dark streets. Actually, they were alleys to go down into the houses of these sex workers. There are around 3,000 sex workers who live in that area. When we went into these streets, it was dark. There were like open sewage pipes there, and we couldn't meet any of the girls because it was night and it was time for their business. So we couldn't meet there, but we prayed for them. We sat there and we just prayed that the Lord would bring deliverance to them and He would help every one of them.
This is a funny American missionary story. We went to a village of 500. They were farmers. And we went to a pastor's hut. The hut was maybe 12 feet by 10 feet. There were 9 of us, and probably around 10 other village members came in. We were jam-packed in there. We were fine. We were ready to pray, and in walked in the chickens and the chicks. And one of our team members, I won't mention name, was so afraid of the chickens that she started jumping up and down. She ended up being inside her bag. She jumped inside the bag. And then shortly after we prayed, shortly after we come out, they give us sugar canes. And we won't mention names again. But one girl in our team, she bit into a sugar cane. There was an ant farm in there. And it was just so funny how we just made fools of ourselves.
We are on our way to Good Shepherd's home. There wasn't enough room in the van, so we're taking the local train.
5 of us decided to volunteer to take the train. And we thought it would be a fun ride. So we get to the train station, and Amy, who's a native from here, she warned us that we have to jump in when the train gets here. Okay, so we're all ready. And so 3 of the women, we jumped in, and we were settled, and the train started leaving. But Tim and Chris, they weren't on the train. And we're like, where are they? Where are they? We saw Chris hanging on for his dear life, and his sandals or his slipper, it slipped off. And so he was holding on, and eventually he made it. He made it on the train, but for a split second we thought, oh no, there are 3 women, we don't know where we're going, and we're in a lot of trouble. And there goes our 2 leaders. They're probably going to die. But we all made it. We made it safe, and it was a beautiful, exciting ride. It felt like we went to Great Adventure and came back, but it was really, really fun.
We went to Good Shepherd homes. In the morning, we met these wonderful kids who performed dances for us, and we enjoyed that. We even joined along with them, and they showed us all the motions and the movements, and we enjoyed dancing with them. We sang with them.
Each home has around 8 to 12 children, and they have house parents. So each home really feels like a home. And we went there prepared to give a sermon. We went there to prepare. We had activities planned out, but our plans were changed because I think God just wanted us to love them. They ended up teaching us how to dance. They taught us how to play cricket.
We also went to the homes for the boys. It was funny because Jane and Glenda, they tried their hands on the drums, and then after that the boy who actually played the drums came over and he started to play, and we saw the difference in the two. I see the freedom that is there in these street kids. They were bound by drugs. Because of family situations, they may have run out of homes, and I don't know what happened in their lives, but I know today they're living in freedom. and they have the joy of the Lord in their hearts. Just as the Lord says in Jeremiah 29:11 that He has a hope and a future for us. And that is just, you see the Bible verse coming true there. In the evening, we went to a church called the New Life, and the worship there was, we know that the presence of the Lord was right there. It was a small room and it was packed with around 250 people, and most of them, they were sitting on the floor, but they gave us seats to sit, so we were sitting on the chairs, but all these people, they were sitting on the floor. Some of them were standing at the back. But all of them, none of them were complaining, none of them were pushing or causing any chaos. It was, God was there and everything was under control, and the worship was so wonderful. We just worshiped the Lord. Though some of them, they did not understand the words, they did not understand the meaning, but we know that we can worship the Lord in any language. God understands it all, and the worship just rises up to Him as a fragrance.
This is just such a powerful meeting. And one of our team members spoke, and she is a shy woman, and she was very afraid before the meeting. She was afraid for 2 days, and she heard that she was supposed to speak, and then I sat next to her. Then I saw her in the middle of the service going through the Bible. I was like, what is she doing? What is she doing? Where she was worshiping, God gave her a word, changed the whole sermon around. And when she was up there, she spoke with such boldness and confidence. And her transparency, she shared her testimony. It was so powerful that you knew that it brought healing to the women there, women and the man there, and it just humbled me in how when God's Spirit moves, He could take the shyest person and put her up in the pulpit and give a powerful word. I was just honored that she's my friend. This mission trip is like 5 years crammed into 2 weeks. So many things happen from the time we wake up to the evening that half of the time we are praying, the other half we are laughing. And it seems like we have no in between. It's always we are praising God and laughing, or we are crying with the women or the children. And it's just been amazing.
I just thank God. I thank God for that He is faithful, that when we hunger for Him, He comes through and He gives us that word. I thank God for all the things He's doing, and I'm ready for today and for the rest of the days to see what He's going to do, and just to use us, to use our hands, to use our hearts, to use us and love the people here. Thank you.